Hello, welcome to Team SIME, Spatially Interpreted Music Engine. This is Nihar, and I'll be doing the demo with y'all today. Okay, so let's go ahead and open a scene. Okay, so let's go ahead and cancel. This is already a scene that I was been working on. So let's go ahead and actually just select new scene. Okay, so over here we have a gizmo. So we have front, back, right, and left. So let's go ahead to the front. So over here, this is the positive x-axis. I can see in the top left where you see position, and then like right here. And then over here is the z-axis, and then just click shift and you see the y-axis. Okay, so y-axis affects pitch, z-axis affects how far the sound is, and then left and right is basically like the stereo noise. So over here you have the violin. Okay, violin selected. So let's go ahead and just put a violin sound here, and then a violin sound over at the back, like over here. And then let's go ahead and put a violin sound here, but let's put it up to increase the pitch. Okay, so now you have X, Z, and Y. And over here in the timeline, you can see all the different blocks. Okay, so now let's go ahead and select a block. And you can see the block info right here, and so on. And let's go ahead and actually, let's first go ahead to edit mode. So there's a lot of features within this app. It even shows BPM and so on. So can't really go over everything, but let's go over the main things. So let's go ahead and edit this. So you can see the start, where it starts. The duration is 1 second. You can even loop it if you want. Let's give it, A3 Forte Arco, whatever that sound is. I'm not a music major. This starts at 1, so let's go ahead and give it, I don't know, like some sort of C, whatever that is. And then let's go ahead and give this a sound. Let's give this like D7, whatever that is. Okay, so now that's for edit mode. Okay, let's get out of edit mode. As you can see, that red highlight is gone. And now let's go ahead and just play it and see what this makes. Yeah, this was a little muffled, but I mean that makes sense because it's over in the back. Now let's go ahead and make a custom block. So over here, you can select all the different or not elements, instruments. So you see piano, violin, you see woodwind, strings, brass, and so on. So let's go ahead and make a custom over here. So say let's just put it over here. Okay, and each type of instrument will have a different color and so on. So okay, let's go ahead and add a file to this. So over here, it just starts at 3 seconds. Let's go ahead and browse for a file. Okay, SIME, or sorry, not SIME. Let's go to downloads. And okay, this is a WAV file. So it can only accept WAV files here because we want to use lossless audio and not lossy audio. There's a big difference, especially with music development. So let's go ahead and apply. Okay. Okay, so now I just applied a sound to this. So now okay, just applied it. Okay, good. Um, Now let's go ahead and play this. Okay, so as you can see, it only played for a few seconds. So let's go ahead and select this block. Okay, good. So I just clicked here and it selected the block, but we can also go in edit mode. So okay. Now let's see. So it starts at 3 seconds. Let's give this. Let's give this 10 seconds. So let's go ahead and apply. Okay. So now as you can see here, this block is 10 seconds, so it expanded. But let's go ahead and give this block some movement. So let's go ahead and enable recording movement. So we can have blocks actually move where they are. So let's go ahead and click Alt, click. Okay. So now we just finished that over here. So this is like the animation. So confirm. Let's go. Let's see. Select all these ones. Okay, good. So now, as you can see right here, it shows the animation right here and where it is and so on. So let's go ahead and play and see how the animation looks. Yeah. So as you can see, it's sort of muffled. I mean, this file was kind of loud, but as you can see, when it moved back, it kind of muffled a bit, and so on. And then, yeah, you can even loop sounds. So you can loop sounds. You can, like here in edit mode, um, there's a loop button right here and so on. So let's pretend like the sound is like not long enough. You can always loop it and so on. Okay. So now that's that. So now let's say we want to open a scene. So let's go ahead and open a scene. So let's go to SIME and then this was Claire Loon. So this is what my teammate Sam was working on. So let's go ahead and work on Claire Loon. So as you can see, all these different blocks and so on. Okay. So now let's go ahead and just play it. Yeah. So you can see all these little, yeah. You can see the time bar move. Yeah. And as I zoom out, you can see all this little, yeah. There's a lot of blocks, so it gets a bit complicated, but that's the basic gist of it. So this whole thing is about a minute, 50 seconds long, so I can't go through all of it. But basically, here you can see all the blocks. So a bunch of different blocks here. You can see info on the blocks and so on. I already explained the gizmo here, and then you can see beats per minute. Um, yeah, and these are all custom blocks. Or this is a selection that I have, but these are piano blocks. Sorry, piano is blue. And that's pretty much the gist of our application. We have a lot of features coming along the way, and a few bugs here and there that we need to fix. But for the most part, we were able to make music three-dimensional, and yeah, we can listen to you know three-dimensional music. So this is good for composers and music producers, game developers. Say like there's like a bird flying around here, and then like a gunshot. You can change the frequency. So like the gunshots here, it goes like with the block movement and so on. And then controls are pretty easy. You can see here. So there's clear, there's tab for edit, and then there's oh yeah, there's Q for going up. There's E, oops, not E, W S A D for moving right, and then uh, space for going up. Sorry, yeah, space goes up. So you can see it's a pretty big scene. So there's a lot of cubes or blocks, whatever you'd like to call them. um, yeah, and then there's R and B for look or move, and then yeah, so like right mouse click, left mouse click, um, position, and so on. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist. And then you can also export. So over here, you can export audio, and you can export it into Wave. So you can have lossless audio or lossy audio. So whichever you like. Wave is the best one. However, I mean there are storage issues with Wave. It's a much larger file, and you can save scene. You can make a new scene, and so on. And that's pretty much it. And if you want to see the full screen, you can put this down. Then this button right here, you can put it up. And then if you don't want to see this, you can also put this away and say like, let's go ahead and select this block and so on. So yeah, that's pretty much it for our demo. And yeah, look forward to deploying this app soon. Thank you for watching.